All right, so now that we've talked about this, let's talk about how we go about doing it. We saw the other guy do it, or I'm going to show you a video of the other guy doing it, another person online. But let me show you how I do it. So here's a basic 2048 by 2048 image. So that's about the size, that's fine. First thing we want to do is just give us some rough guidelines. And if you haven't used this tool before inside of Photoshop, it's really good. And it may not be set up the way like this, but basically you can set up how many columns you want. And since we know it's a 2048, that means 8 columns, make them each 256. And if I set this up to 2048, now I've got that. Now I can look at this as this is a trim, or 2 of these are a trim, or I can do a bunch of them as a trim. Then I go online and I find a bunch of different trim setting textures that I like, possibles anyway. And I'm looking at them, and that one came out smaller than I thought. That one's kind of cool. I don't know if we can use it or not. Crown molding is always a good one to look at, and that should be it. All right. So what I'm going to do is grab them, Control A, Control C, grab it and put it in here. And then let's grab this one, Control A, Control C, put it in here. And then let's grab this one, Control L, Control C, put it in here. Close this one. And I may not end up using all of these, but I am gonna set them up. So Control A, Control C. Oh, sorry, that was my fan. C, and then we can close this one actually, and paste. I could have probably taken that out first, but that's okay. Control A, Control C, close it, paste. Control A, Control C, close it, paste. Doing this pretty quick here. Control A, Control C, close it, paste. Just trying to get different. I know they don't all even match, and that's cool. Control C, paste. And I'm obviously not going to use all of them. Control A, Control C, paste. I'm just trying to get some stone ones. I actually kind of like this one. I wish I'd grabbed the bigger one by accident. I didn't. Yeah, I can't use that one. Bye-bye. Let's do this one. I don't know if I'll even could use this one. Paste. Oops. Paste. And then close it. Control A, Control C. Paste. Close it. Control A, Control C. Paste. And there's a bunch of different things you can do. So let me just grab this and just say delete. Delete. Oops, definitely didn't want that. Let's at least get this part off. Delete. And then let's cut this right in the middle of this piece right here. So what we're looking at doing is if we're going to make these tile, I've got to make sure I find the endpoints of these pieces. So if I do it like this, that should work. Now I don't have to worry about that edge anymore. So V, oops, deselect V, put this up here. This one, I'm going to pull out a little bit so I can move it around. This one is almost the perfect size. Actually, it is almost the perfect size. So we're going to take this and copy it, shift and drag, and see if we don't get it perfect. We'll heal it maybe. Yeah, let's just shift and drag another one. Actually, let's see what healing does. I grab both these and just collapse them together. Take the healing brush, which is this one. And then I will try and do this. Yeah, that didn't work. It's easy on really random stuff. It's a really good tool. But what we may have to do is take this one and Control J to copy it, Control T to duplicate it, Control or flip horizontally, and slap them together here and delete. Oh, come on. And then these two. should line up pretty good as well. Okay, let's see where we are. And this is where it gets tricky. Because it may be lucky. We will see. Actually, I have to grab every other one. So this one now will match this edge here. And this one we will have to fix later, but it's pretty close. So we're going to take all that, and we're going to take all these pieces and collapse them. All right, now to the next one. W, grab this. Oops, go down to this one, grab this. Let's see, what is that, 32? Let's do 1. Deselect, grab this, delete. So we're going to do the same thing here. Deselect, but we're probably going to shrink it. But let's just figure out a couple of things first. Let's do this to clean it up. We'll cut it right there. Delete. And we'll do this to clean it up. We'll cut it right there. Delete. Okay, so we don't need this edge. We know that. So we're going to find this center and this center. So we're going to try and do it here like that. Delete. I'm going to deselect V, see if I copy this on top of each other. And just like before, it's a little bit off, but that's okay. We'll just Control T, flip horizontally, and lo and behold, it's perfect. If I copy that same one again, snap it over here. It's perfect. If I collapse that, move this over. Oops. Write that one wrong. Let's do this. T, flip horizontally. Okay, so we know this is too big anyway, so we're going to grab all of this together here. Control T. Let me see something here. Okay, it looked like there was extra stuff. Okay. I'm going to come up here so they're in the same spot. And then I'm going to start scaling it down here. Looks pretty good. Maybe we'll make this one bigger. And I'm going to copy this and copy paste. I want to see. Oh, you suck. I suck. Come on. Okay, let's attach these two together. E. And then we're going to take this one, put it down here, and see if this one lines up with it. Yep, it does. Good. So let's take this one, D, grab this one, Control T, and we will just scale it. No, I didn't say in 3 directions. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing? Control T. What the crap? Man. Actually, it's not letting me. Here. Control T. I don't know why it's locked, but even when it's unlocked, it's still scaling uniformly. If I well, maybe I forgot how to do these things. Okay, so there's that one. So now I have 2. Enter. 2 are done. Okay. I'm going to push this one off to the back here. I'll throw it down at the bottom. Okay. Take a look at this one. This one, let's just scale it T. Down uniformly first and see what we get. This one might cause us problems because there's a lot of shadows. T, flip horizontally like that. Now we see some seams. Actually, so there's a couple ways to deal with this, and we'll get back to that in a second. I'm gonna pull this back down here. Control E. Let's just drag these two together. Control E. And then Control T. Shift to make sure we're good. Okay. Let's see what this one looks like. And I'm not even sure I like this. I'm just kind of playing it by ear here and seeing if I can find something better than maybe we will. I'm going to hide that one. I'm going to start putting everything... Actually... Not sure what that one is. So we're going to take these two, or three, and put them down to here. Okay. This one needs to be cleaned up. This one's what we're looking at right now. V, let's take this and say T. Flip. Okay. Grab these. Whoa. That is so weird. Something's going on with my Photoshop here. Those. Collapse those, and let's scale it again. Okay, not horrible. We'll come back and clean it up too. Okay, so one of the things I'm looking for here, I'm going to hide this one. And we could possibly do this one. But one of the things I'm looking for here is how many we have. So we have 8. I kind of wanted 8, but there's a way to do that too. So maybe we'll stop with the big stuff for now. These two. And start looking at these little ones here. Grab all 3 of those again. T11. Okay. this one, I'm going to do this. There. Okay. So now I have one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could try and do this one. Possibly. Nope. Okay. This one over here, T, flip horizontally. And then this is all we're doing here, guys, is our girls, people, is designing what we want. We aren't really doing anything. We're doing some rough stuff because we actually have to model this, unfortunately. Or fortunately, we don't really want to use these textures as anything else than guides. So I do want you to take your time and do them right. And there's some other stuff we may do with this, and I'll talk about that in class. But this right here, we need one more. And what we could try and do interesting. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now is put some of the other ones away. Okay, so we have 8. This one may need to be moved up just a wee bit. There. Okay. These are really big, these are really small. So, you know, it all depends on the scale you're looking for and how you're going to use it. We have brick walls, we have these other things. What I'm going to do on top of this all, since we aren't using these, we'll put them at the bottom. More bricks. And then I'm going to come to the top right here. And I'm going to do a saturation and turn the saturation way down. Okay. Can even bring it up a little bit there. Now I'm going to come over and I have these rocks. That one's probably too grainy. This one might be great. Actually, this is a carpet, I think, which is strange, but paste it. Okay, we're going to zoom out. Settle this up. Set it to overlay. And then maybe come back in here. Okay. Okay. Throw another overlay at the top of it. Hue saturation, pick the colors you're looking for. We can also try and it's probably too intricate. Let's do this one. Let's come. Control A, Control C, right here, Control B. Thank you. What was so hard about that? Apparently it was hard. This may be a little bit better. So, I'm gonna start hiding this here. Nope. Turn this off altogether. There we go. T. Flip it vertically. Okay. Put these two together and then do an overlay with them. Too much. Let's do 50. And there we go, some really quick trim sheets. Designs. Guys, like I said, next week we're going to have to come back and rebuild them. And on Thursday we're going to have to come back and start building the actual geometry for these. So one of the things I'd like you to do, I'm going to save this as trim 1, I should say design 1, is start thinking about the profile. And what I would do is I'm going to grab you all like this and say, G, I'll call this design. Then we're going to come up here. And what I want you to do is you're going to have to get a Wacom here to make your life a little bit easier. Let's call this height. Plane. There we go. And I want you to take a pen, and and change it to black on a new layer and start thinking about, let me zoom in there a little bit. I want you to kind of do it over here on the side, but it's its own layer, so it's fine. And start thinking about, like, this is going to be, I'm sorry, this is going to be, what are you doing? This will be straight. This will be in a little bit. This will be straight. This will be straight. I'm just looking at the textures here. This will be straight. This will be straight, straight, straight. Really what happens is when you get to this point, this will be out and then over. Probably over, bump, over, like that, over a little bit of a bump, over, and then up, and then kind of a frame thing there, and then in, and then under, flat, and out. And then up, a little bit of a bump. Gonna go out, gonna go out. You're gonna go round. You're gonna go round, and then you're gonna go up. Just something to give you an idea of what your profile you're looking at. It's nothing crazy, but I want you to do this for all of the ones you're making. Also, if you want, you can play with the colors and stuff too. I just did this real quick for you, but you know, you could pull it up. You can push that color to more red. You can darken it so you can get that in there. You can maybe push this out of the way altogether. That way you get something that's a little bit, maybe that's better. But that's it. That's what I want for all three variations of the texture on Thursday, or on the plan of the texture on Thursday. All right, thanks.